Here are 17 new features coming to iPadOS 17, starting with your lock screen. Oh, that's not the lock screen. There is the lock screen. So what you got to do is you got to hold down on here, you add a new one, go through the step-by-step process to make it just like the iPhones, and then you can select it. And now you have the option of having multiple different lock screens. So this one is linked to my Do Not Disturb profile, and it's good because then whenever I switch to Do Not Disturb, it automatically populates into this kaleidoscope wallpaper. And then if I switch out of it, as I do here, it turns off my Do Not Disturb and switches the wallpaper at the same time, which is pretty cool. Which also leads me on to the fact that, yes, you can have different focus zones linked to different wallpapers. So I could have a different wallpaper for school, different wallpaper for home, different wallpaper for work. Speaking of profiles, you can now have different Safari profiles for whatever you're doing, whether that be home or work or whatever. So to make a new profile, what you do is you go into settings, you go down to Safari settings here, and then you go to profiles and you go through the step-by-step process to make a profile. I already have personal, work, YouTube, and travel. You can separate your search history, all of that stuff with the change of your profile. So if you go into Safari, you can see here that I've got it set to travel, and I can go to YouTube channel, and I can go to work, whatever basically, and you can separate your different lives between your Safari things. It's always been a limiting factor to me not using Safari, and it's why it's good that it's here finally. What's also good is messages has been simplified a lot. So if I go into messages and click on a new message, you can see here that this menu encompasses what used to be the bottom bar of messages. And so it's a lot easier to use now. You have access to your camera, photos, audio, and stickers. And talking about stickers, we can finally make new stickers based on your live photos. So all those photos where you hold down and it has a bit of video, well, you can finally make them into stickers. I don't know quite how to, but we'll figure it out at some stage. Did you know that the weather app is now finally on an iPad? It's a really good thing. It takes advantage of this big display, and it means that you can finally see what the weather is going to be on your iPad without having to go to the web and some different provider. Another app that's now on iPad is the Health app. Again, it takes all of the same data from your iPhone and populates it into here, into the Health app. You can see that everything's a lot bigger and a lot easier to read. Spotlight search also got an improvement. So if I search photos, you can see that it also populates my recent favorites 1 year ago and places albums. So if I click on favorites, it takes me there with one click, as opposed to having to go through the app and click photos, then go to albums, then go to favorites. It works super well. Another thing that's good in photos is you can finally have pets. So if you go on people and pets, now what it's called, and you go down to your pet, it would have automatically populated all the images into it, which is a really, really good thing considering it was kind of hard to find pet photos before. And yeah, should be there right from when you set it up. I think it's coming in a later update, but Siri can now be triggered as just saying Siri as opposed to... It's the same case for the updated AirDrop technology. And so this means that AirDrop transfers can now continue long distance over Wi-Fi or cellular, but we don't have it yet, unfortunately. Another good thing that Craig highlighted on the stage is you can finally have multiple timers on your clock. Start one, and set a timer for 30 seconds. And wow, all of my timers are going off, and you can see that they are all appearing on the lock screen.
We truly live in an age of wonders.
As I said, commonly used timers appear in this recent section for easy access. Also, widgets on the home screen can be dragged and dropped to basically anywhere on it. Oh, there's one of the timers going. You can drag widgets to wherever you want. You can drag it in the middle, to the side, to even where apps aren't are. So, like that. That was never possible before. So it's good that Apple have finally gave in, let us customize a bit. Some widgets are also interactable now, so you can see on my reminders, I've got a reminder to make a YouTube video, and I can tick this without having to even go into the reminders app. This is pretty cool. Passkeys are also being introduced into iOS, so if I go to settings, and then I head up to passwords, do my Touch ID, I've got an older iPad, you can see share passwords and passkeys safely and securely with your family. This is pretty cool. Don't know how it works, but subscribe and I might investigate it later on. iPadOS 17 is now being supported by iPads up from like the 6th gen iPad, the 5th gen iPad mini or something like that, and some others. They're on screen right now. This iPad still supports it. It's the last one, this is the 6th gen. I don't know how much longer it's going to go for, but it's good that they're still running after so many years on the software updates. That's why Apple's are really, really good. Thanks for sticking around to the end. A few of you eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that actually there were only 15 tips, where in the title it said 17. I actually had a bit of a counting error, so in return, here are 2 more tips that I had to add later on, just because I thought I found 2 and then I had to delete them because they were already in iOS. So the 16th tip is Apple in their health app have released a new feature where you can log your mindfulness. So they give you a bit of a UI and you can like log how you're feeling for the day and you can describe some of your feelings and stuff. All that, mental health speak. And the last one is also in health. They've released this new vision health feature. So iPad can now detect if you are holding the screen too close to you, then it'll give you a prompt where you need to move it away before you can continue to use it. It's built into screen time as well, so parents can enable it for their kids. I would definitely be one using it. Anyways, we'll go back to past me. Thanks for watching. Apples are really, really good. And if you want to see more of my Apple videos, click up into the playlist in the corner and you'll be able to see all of my Apple videos, of which there are quite a few. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.